Yeah, going live.
Yes, we are live.
Hello, everyone. Uh,
Yes.
we're live again on Leadership with Adegoke. Leadership Talk with Adegoke. My name is Adegoke Omotola. I'm a John Maxwell certified coach, speaker, and trainer, and have the privilege of joining me tonight. My brother and my friend, Tunde Eleshi, is also a John Maxwell certified coach, speaker, and trainer. So tonight we'll be speaking on the
Yes.
topic
Yes.
leadership and character. Leadership and character. So can you introduce yourself, sir? Who is Tunde Eleshi? Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. First of all, I want to thank you for the opportunity to be on this show with you today. Thank you so much. So my name is Tunde Eleshin. I'm also a John Maxwell coach, speaker, and trainer. I'm an engineer by profession. I'm a character coach with emphasis on developing your character. I grew up in the northern part of Nigeria, Sokoto for to be precise. I was born in the city of Sokoto some years ago to a family of five of us. My dad is and two of my three. I'm number four. So my siblings, the first child, the second is a boy, myself and my younger sister. I I'm also a family coach. With my wife, we run the complete family magazine and podcast. We believe strongly in the family unit. Okay, so for me, character. I also this last year we started myself and my team started a character academy with emphasis to develop and build godly character in you and I. I'm not accepted from it. The goal is to build um, character in yourself and myself. That is the goal. Um, I live in Lagos. I'm married to Bridget Eleshin. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear
Can you
you,
hear
sir.
me?
I can hear you. Yes, I
I,
can
I
hear you.
want to check if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, beautiful. So I am married to Bridget Eleshin. She's she's the she's the energy in my soul that God has given me. She's full of energy, and I'm grateful. We have three lovely children: two girls, two teenagers, and and a boy that will be a teenager this year. So that's a summary of who I am, and I'm excited to be in this class with you, sir, to talk about this very important topic called leadership and character.
Wow, 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 wow. Awesome, awesome. Now, how did you get into leadership? How did you get into leadership? I said, how did you
There's a
get
bit
into
of
leadership?
lag, though. There's a bit of
Okay,
lag.
okay.
Ready?
Can you come back in again?
Can you hear me?
I think you need to come back in again.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful,
All right. All right.
beautiful,
I
beautiful.
said, how did you get into leadership?
Okay, interestingly, I had all my life I'd always wanted to help. For me, it's all about service. How can I help somebody? All my life, from when I was in, because I went to FGC Sokoto, long time ago in the north, and it's all about how do I help.
Hmm.
And looking back after, that's when I started in the church system I used to go to in Sokoto that time. Just try to be available to provide assistance in moving projects forward, and
Okay.
and the coordinator in charge will assign a role to me, and little by little I began to grow in this thing called leadership. Then I got to know really that leadership is really influence,
Hmm.
influencing to a desirable outcome, influencing somebody to a desirable outcome. So you are an entrepreneur. You want to grow your business by 20%. That's the outcome. So how do you influence people? I've come to also discover that you cannot do it alone. No, you cannot do it alone. No, somebody said even when you were born, even if you are very strong and your mother gave birth to you alone, okay, when you were and she pushed you out, you came out with her. You didn't come out by yourself. So you are never supposed to do things by yourself alone. People that sing solo, they know that they have coaches that train them. Okay, big entrepreneurs that have made history, have made headlines, that have made significant push in life. They know that you can't do it alone. So for me, I came into leadership from then, and after I left FGC Sokoto, I went to Federal University of Technology, Mina, for my first degree. After that, I served in Gombe, where I met my wife in NYSC. I'll never forget it. And again, I was given opportunity to serve. So it's all about, for me, service. It's not what I will get. I will never forget this time. I was somewhere in one of my journeys, and one guy was talking, giving a manifesto, and he said, we are born to lead. The guy lost the election, definitely. Saying the word, we are born to lead. So I want to believe that everybody has the potential to lead yourself first, before to lead other people. Today we're talking about in business leadership as influencing people. I now discovered that this thing called leadership has two legs, two big legs. Leadership is two big legs. Two big legs. The first leg is competency. Without competency, you can't be a leader. The second big leg is character. Okay, so I'm a person of faith. He called David he chose David, and he led Israel by the integrity of his heart and by the skillfulness, okay, of his hand. So you must, Africa, everybody listening to me, you must stand on these two legs. I have a popular example I usually used to give, and that's how I talk about it. If okay, for example, your mom wants to, she needs to do something. Just an example, your wife wants to pick something up in at the airport in downtown London or somewhere, and you need to get somebody to go pick her up, and you're looking for somebody to drive. You look for somebody that is proficient, somebody that can drive her. And you ask, have you driven before? The person gives that confidence. Now immediately you see that confidence the person has given. The person has skill. The person has skill. But if the person now, you say, okay, the person's name is Peter, and say, Mr. Peter, can you just come for the last time? Let me give you the instructions. And he come back, and the person just came to you, and he was smelling of booze. Booze. Will you allow your wife to enter the car?
No.
Thank you. So meaning that leadership is the two legs. You must be able to, if you're a footballer, if you must be able to score the goals, and you must be able to work as a team. It's two legs. So the working as a team, and one of the coaches in America, said it all the time. They will pick character over competency. That's why this talk base is important. Competency opens the door, but character keeps the door open. Competency keeps you starting the game, keeps you improving. You want to know what keeps you really, really in the game 5-10 years from now? Sincerely speaking, is character. So that's how I came into leadership, sir. And then about 3 years ago, I'd always been a John Maxwell lover. I used to go when I came to Lagos in 2000. I came to Lagos in 2000. I couldn't afford it, so I went under the bridge and I bought John Maxwell's books. fairly used ones. I bought them, I bought them, and I was reading them. Developing the leader within you. Okay, developing the leader around you. 360 leaders. So my wife and I, we kept books on John Maxwell for years. And then just about 3 or 4 years ago, we stumbled into an email just in December. And there was an opportunity to get certified as a John C. Maxwell coach. And we jumped at it. And it's history today. Like that, my wife and I were John C. Maxwell speaker, trainer, and coach with the style that John Maxwell has. So that's how I came into leadership, sir.
Wow, wow, wow. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I've been speaking with Tunde Election, is a John C. Maxwell certified coach, speaker, and trainer. And his wife, Bridget Election, is also a coach, speaker, and trainer on the platform. And it's a privilege tonight to be speaking on leadership and character. Very sensitive topic, leadership and character. Now, what's the responsibility of a leader when it comes to character?
So don't forget, leadership is influence. Leadership is influence. So you cannot influence people they don't trust you. So everybody has a trust account. Every relationship is built on trust. Every single relationship. The US example is really a trust issue on the table. And we're not politicians, so I'm not going to go into that today. But really, it's based on trust. So the leader has to make sure that he is maintaining that trust account. We are told that it's known all the time. Don't tell me how much you know. Tell me how much you show me how much you care about me before you tell me what you know. Okay, you touch my heart first before you touch my hand. Touch my heart first. So the leader must make sure he touches the heart of people, and you don't touch the heart of people by. Okay, so you can, your grammar can, but you have to be authentic. You have to be original. A leader make mistakes. Yes, that is even the leader people want to follow. When the leader comes and said, you know what, I made a mistake. Like one of the definitions of integrity is accepting that you are wrong. Accepting you are wrong. So the leader has the responsibility to make sure that soft area of leadership is fired up all the time. So what is character? Let me define that. Character is a commitment to a set of values. Character is a commitment to a set of values. So what are values? Values are principles, standards, okay, are beliefs. So example is excellence. Example is your hard working. Example is accountability. Example is reliability. We are innovative. Values, standards. And you know what? Those values determine the atmosphere of your organization, of your family. They determine it. So the leader must constantly feed that role of making sure that our values are known, communicated, and is modeled. So he must say them. He must communicate it, and he must model them. He must be the first person. Don't say what you are going to ask people to do when you are not going to do it. Don't say that. Don't say that. That's a disaster you are creating. So the leader must model it. The leader must model it for an organization that you guys want to make sure that it's excellence. Excellence. The leader must model it. When you get to the office, do you see and reward excellence? Reward it. So that's the role of the leader. He rewards it. He encourages it. He tells people that make a mistake, guys, you have made a mistake in this particular character trait. Okay. So what I call values, I define values in my own terms. So we run a school called Character Academy, and in the school we tell people that values are 1,000 decisions made upfront.
Wow.
Values are 1,000 decisions made upfront. So, okay, I'll give you a small example. Why did you show up today? Both of you came here far before. Because you were committed. So why were you committed? Because you have decided to be committed.
Wow.
So you decided because it's already in you. You have decided to create that atmosphere that concerning this thing called leadership with Goke, I will be committed. I will be committed. So same thing. When you do that and you decide upfront, it helps you take the decisions when you are faced with it. You already know. You already know. I work for an organization that we're accountable. So it's very simple. We are creative. So anytime there's a problem, it's very simple. We ask ourselves, what is the way forward? There is no. There is always a way out because we are creative. We are committed to creativity. Okay, so that's what the leader must make sure that he models it. So that's the difficult part.
Wow. Yeah.
That's the difficult part. You to model what the values, because that's what builds the character of the organization or of the person. Okay, so if you don't model it, it's just going to be a matter of time. The matter of time, it will be like pouring water on sand.
Wow.
It will be like pouring water on sand, and that's why you see many leaders fail. Many. So I say it again: leadership sits on two legs: character and competency. I tell people, sir, skill and talent will surely kill you if you don't have character.
Wow.
I'm just telling you the truth. Go and write that down. Any leader, go and write it down. If you are not humble, oh, listen, all of us will go through the test of pride. Every one of us. The language of pride is called arrogance. It will enter you have to consciously get it out. Okay, there is the lust of the flesh. There's the desire for power. If you are not accountable to your board, if you are not accountable, you will do the wrong thing, and it's only a matter of time. So that's why I said in the class I teach that character, okay, values will make sure you do not fall into pit holes. So the leader, okay, and that's what what happened last year. Pit holes that we did not think about came. The world was shaken. Many organizations didn't have a firm foundation. They were spending money anyhow. They didn't have their books correctly. It's just, I'm gone. Go and check it. Most of them, they'll be wiped out. But if you had corporate governance, if you had your books correctly, sincerely speaking, it will absorb the shock. So character absorbs the shock. Make sure that you are still in the game. 2021 is going to be a challenging year. It's going to be a challenging year. So this year you must live a life of character. I want to beg every leader. Wow. I have 10 values I want to encourage everybody. At the end of it, I will tell you those 10 values.
Wow. Okay. Awesome. This is amazing. I've been speaking with Tunde Eleshi. He's a John Maxwell certified coach, speaker and trainer. He's also a business executive in the oil and gas industry. He's a senior exec, and he's showing up tonight to speak on leadership and character. I can see that you are firing on all cylinders. You are living a life of impact. Now, I want to ask, there's so much.
Yeah. So these 10 values, and we'll talk about that later on. The 10 values are love. You have to have sincere affection for others.
Before you speak on the 10, before you speak on those 10 values, I want to ask, what are some of
not everything you make noise about? Inner peace.
I want to.
You guys must be reliable.
Okay.
Oh, very important. If you say you will deliver a service, deliver it. Go the extra mile.
Wow.
Do it with so much excellence.
Wow.
Do it with so much excellence.
Can you hear me?
Do it with so much excellence. Okay?
Can
Do
you
it
hear me,
with
sir?
so much excellence. That's so important.
Hello, can you hear me?
So important.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think there's a challenge with our
Are you
connection,
there?
but yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Lovely, 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 lovely.
Okay. Now, I want to
Okay.
ask, what are some of the ways a leader can improve on
Oh,
his character?
wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
What are some of the ways a leader can improve on the
Let me know
character?
when you're back. Let me know when you're back.
I think there's a challenge with
Are you there?
I think there's a bit of a challenge with the connection of Tunde Eleshi, but we'll be coming back shortly. We've been speaking on leadership and character, and one of the things that he said was that leadership stands on two legs: competence and character. And he also said that you have to model leadership. You have to model it. It's not something you speak, but it's something you have to live out. Even in Nigeria, as we speak right now, whether it's in the business, in the secular, in the spiritual, I was asking someone on our show recently. I asked him that, it's back now. I asked the person that who is your mentor? Are you back, sir?
Yes, I'm back. I'm back.
Okay, yeah. You were speaking about competence and character. Can you speak on that? Can you speak to that, sir?
I was defining character. I was defining character. And I said character is a commitment to a set of values.
Okay.
Character is a commitment to a set of values. So what are values? Values are principles. Values are standards. Don't leave yourself to chance. If not, chance will happen to you. Oh God, I'll never forget. Somebody said, if you do not think about tomorrow, you're not permitted to live tomorrow. You're not permitted. You're not permitted. Don't say I know my life is anything goes. Anything goes, you will enter the ditch. Because we are in a fallen world, that is standard. We're in a fallen world. The world going downhill is normal. Going downhill is normal. How do you know a child that is 5 years old? That he just learns to tell a lie. Why? How did that suddenly happen? Because of the world we live in. So you have to live by standards. So what I said is myself and my team, we have an academy called Character Academy. And we defined values as 10,000 decisions made upfront. Made upfront. So and it's very simple. I have determined to be a faithful person, or I am determined to be a reliable person. Okay, or I'm determined to give myself to service. So people call my wife and I and say, "Guy, can you help us do X, Y, Z?" We don't think about ourselves first. We say, "Okay, let me understand what you want to do," and if we just buy into the values you have, we are all around it. We are all around it because we have a value called service. We have decided that life is not about us. Sir, your life is too small to be the reason God made you. You are too small the reason. You are too small the reason. Okay? And you know what I've learned? This thing called character is not cultural.
Wow.
It's needed in Indonesia. It's needed in Japan. It's needed in Sudan. It's needed in Oshodi. It's needed in Leeds, in Ireland. It's needed in Australia, Sydney. It's needed everywhere in Ghana, Ivory Coast. It's needed everywhere. So setting those boundaries and making a decision and then hold yourself accountable to them. If you don't hold yourself accountable to them, you just wasted your time.
Wow. I just want to
that's why
talk about this. I want to speak on moral failure. Why particularly those in leadership, for men and women, why is it easier for men to have moral failure more than women?
No, interestingly, it's the people you know. It's the people you know. It's people
Okay.
you know. Ah, there's so many things happening because we don't, it's people you know. Though in the olden days, the people, our kings were allowed to do anything. Kings were allowed to do anything. They own you. I mean, if you go to our olden days, I had a privilege to go to a palace in Nigeria, somewhere in the Niger Delta. They I thought I was in Egypt. The king was a very young man, but the way they worshipped him, oh God, have mercy. Everything. He owns everything. Everything. He doesn't talk much. I saw royalty. So that's how the world has always been, but that's not sustainable. We've come to discover that that is not sustainable. You create more downfall processes. You don't have successful businesses that can live 300 years, 200 years when there is no foundation.
Wow.
And character is that foundation. So that's why you have a lot of, look at what, I mean, it's in the news in Nigeria, one of the topmost banks, the first man in the bank got removed. Why? Because of failure, moral failures. And I'm not here to judge him. I wish him recovery, which
I
is
think
important.
your earpiece is interacting with. Can you remove your earpiece from your and speak directly to? Yeah.
Is it better?
Yeah, it's better. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's
It's okay.
far
It's
better.
okay.
I thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I was saying that in Nigeria recently, one of the top banks, just 2 weeks ago, the number one guy got fired because of moral issue.
But he
So
has not been fired. It's just an allegation. It's not the bank has not come out to say that, it's still
okay,
on
sorry, he got
suspension.
replaced. But
Yeah.
there is a new person that has been. There's a new person. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Okay, but you know why they did that? Because your brand is affected because of lack of character.
Wow.
Your brand.
Wow.
When people don't trust you, I don't care. Listen, if you you go to a store to take a burger, you take a burger, am I right? And you just take a Coke, and you want to drink and you see a fly inside. What will you do? What will you do, sir?
I won't take it. Yeah.
No, not only you won't take it, that colored your mind.
Yeah.
It had colored your mind. So bad character colors our mind. Listen,
Wow.
you know that I've also found out a lot of people promote skill. Talent. I know of somebody that we had fired in my organization. Smart man, older than me, knows what to do, but he had a character fall. We let him go. So I'm saying it that when the organization has to choose, any organization that is really, really thinking, when they have to pick between character and skill, they will pick character, sir.
Wow.
You know why?
Wow.
The skill, they can train the guy again. They can train the guy. So one of beautiful character is being to be teachable, to want to learn, not to be given to. I'm the only one that knows it. I've come to discover as you grow in your career, a particular point in your life, you leave the place of doing it yourself. You have to start working with people. I'm serious.
Wow.
I'm an executive in my office. I do some things myself, but most of it, 80%, I don't. I work. I do two things. I make decisions based on the values that are preset. Based on the values preset. Based on parameters the organization has agreed. Okay, that's what every leader does. Every CEO or CFO or HR director or legal director, that's what they do. They make those decisions and they lead people. If those values are not concrete, are not sound, are not things that will keep the test of time,
Sustainable.
It's just a matter of time. Your organization will collapse.
Wow.
Listen, success is more heavier than failure.
Wow. Wow.
So I'm telling you the truth, sir. Success. You know, we have gender equality nowadays. You know, gender equality. Gender equality. So we have a lot of ladies working in the society today. If you are a man and you are biased concerning women, it will show. You know, you won't be able to function properly. I give another small example. One of the values that is so important now is endurance. Endurance. Staying in the game, even in the midst of danger.
Wow.
Endurance.
I just want, before you go on, I want you to speak to what is happening in the US. I mean, we've had, a situation where the current president, will be leaving in 10 days. And
yes,
a few days ago there was an attack on the Capitol. Can you speak to that?
Yes,
I mean,
so
it's done so well.
So
in terms of the economy, it done so well in terms of foreign policy. It's done so well in so many areas, but now it's facing impeachment by the House of Reps. I mean, can you speak to that?
So so you know what he lacked? For me, he lacked self-control and pride. I'm being humble. Sorry, a minute. So what is self-control? Self-control. I do it in. I give an example, if you don't mind. I like to. What is your best car? What is your best car?
Well, I mean, it depends on the season. Maybe the car I'm driving now is Toyota. So it could change with my finances. Yes.
No, just think. Give me a car that you really love. Give me a car.
Well, I love a Rolls Royce, but I won't buy a Rolls Royce.
Beautiful. What color? What color?
Well, I mean, I love a white Rolls Royce.
A white Rolls Royce.
Yes.
White Rolls Royce.
Yes.
A white Rolls Royce. You know, somebody calls you up after this call and say, okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for what you're doing. And he says, you just, I want to reward you with a white Rolls Royce. Go pick it up in the Rolls Royce shop. And he gives you the tire, you get address, blah, blah, blah. You get there. You just see the white Rolls Royce. I said, that's it, sir. Go pick it up. When you got there, you saw something on the dashboard. He says he doesn't have brakes. Will you take it?
No, I won't take it. I'll wait for them to put in the brakes.
I like that. Those brakes are self-control. Put a knife on you. So Donald Trump should have told his supporters, control your emotions. He missed the chance. He missed it. So that's the first thing, and look at what he did to the whole world. Trust takes years to build. It takes 50, 60, 20, 2 years to build. It takes 1 second, 10 minutes of seemingly pleasure to destroy it. And that's what immunity is. Again, that's the second thing he lacked. Knowing that your life is not possible without the input of others. He forgot that the American people gave him a chance against Obama and against Hillary Clinton.
Biden. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Biden, sorry. Yes, yeah. Against Clinton. The American people gave him a chance. And even if, sincerely speaking, power kills, power fills your head.
Power corrupts.
You have to, yes. You need character. You need self-control to build yourself under. It's put a knife on your throat. I tell my wife, my children all the time, put a knife on your throat. It's not everything you say. It's not because you can talk doesn't mean you need to say everything. Don't keep quiet, but make sure you say things that are respectful.
Wow.
A lady came to me one time and said, "Sir, my husband is really challenging me all kinds of things." And I said, "No, you need to work with him." And I said, "A soft answer turns away wrath." I said, "It's like a trailer coming, voo, voo." A soft answer turns it away. And she said, "Sir, okay, I won't talk again." I said, "No, no. He said a soft answer. So still give the answer, but make sure it is soft."
So you're saying that hello, sir. So you're saying Donald Trump should have given a soft answer to those that came?
No. For that, no, I'm just giving a general explanation. So for Donald Trump's situation, immediately that stuff came up. Immediately it came up. If I'm Donald Trump, I would have said, "Guys, leave now. Leave now. Leave now." I will answer the because they were about to make the last, verdict. That was the last verdict because of the electoral vote. I would have said, I would have give a speech, but the speech was not, it was tilted. So he should have, he missed an opportunity.
He should have told them to go back home. He should have told them to go back home. So a leader is supposed to be able to calm his followers.
Yes. Don't forget, there is American values. There is the American values, where is a free country. It's not for Donald Trump alone. It's for everybody. So he could have said, "Guys, we live by the American values. It's time to hands off. Let's support Biden. Let's build in this trying world. Let's build a better United States of America."
But eventually, he said that, he said it's time for healing, it's time for healing the nation. He gave an address.
Too late. Medicine after that. Too late. Medicine after that. Too late. And that's why they say all the time, people don't care what you know. They care about how you care for them. Yes. So everything people was saying, his supporters were only listening. They saw the hero in him. And that's the sad thing about leadership. Leadership, you could be on the wrong side and people will hail you, like Hitler. Hitler was a beautiful leader. Hitler, oh God, Bin Laden. You'll be shocked as people support him. You'll be shocked because they've bought into his values. He has kept that value well. But what Donald Trump made a mistake, he forgot the overall value of the United States of America. It's bigger than him. It's bigger than Obama. It's bigger than Biden. It's bigger than all of them. The 180 something million people.
No,
it's bigger than all of them.
No, more than 200 million. More than 200 million.
Yes. Bigger than all of them.
The consequences. Now, what are the consequences of a leader not failing in the area of character?
So don't forget what is a leader. A leader is not really a position. That's the lowest part, very, very low. That you are elected into office. That's not leadership. Leadership is moving everybody in a direction. It's influence. So when there is no character, for me, 4 things happen. Number one, people won't buy into the dream. People won't buy into it. Look at what happened on Trump. Oh, some people bought it, but all kinds of, and it becomes dirty. It becomes, you see the falling wall begin to show. And you ask yourself, what are we trying to achieve? So you will find out that the goal of you will be divided. So that's the first one. There will be so much division in the organization, in the country. Like what is happening in America today?
Need to bring people together. Leaders must bring people together, not push people apart. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's not everybody that will agree to your values initially. But when you model it, When you model it and communicate properly, they'll be buying. When you know one of the strong, very strong value of a leader is selflessness. Selflessness.
Wow.
Selflessness. It can't be about you. That's the first thing. So that's one of the consequences. The second consequence, which for me is so important, is a leader should not focus on growing followers. A leader should focus on growing leaders. When there is no character, you can have skill, and you can duplicate that because people are skillful, but you will never be able to have leaders follow you if you don't have character. If you're not modeling it, if there is no patience, if there is no sincere love, sincere selflessness, if there is no endurance, okay, so if there is no results, there must be proof. There must be proof. You can't argue with proof. You can't. So very important to that leader listening to us today is when you do not have character, sincerely speaking, it's just a matter of time. You will not
I just want to comment. How do you sustain character even in a very volatile environment where your leaders are pushing and asking for so many things? How do you sustain
what is character? What is character? A commitment
to value.
Set of value. Yes. So two ways. Very simple. Is one by setting it very public. It's not hidden.
Be transparent. Yeah.
You know it. And number two, which is more important, modeling it.
Wow.
Hold yourself accountable. Hold yourself. If one of your values is care for people, oh God, and one of your people are sick, and you have to stop paying salary, give the person half salary for 2-3 months. I know an organization last year, they kept salary going a fraction just to keep people. You have to model it, Sha. You have to model it. So that's the most difficult part. In modeling it, you have to show to the people that I'm vulnerable. Meaning, when you make a mistake, don't say that no, I can't. Don't say I didn't do it. Sorry. I'll say, okay, sorry. We'll talk about that later. Brush it away. No, everybody knows that you have made a mistake. Everybody knows. Don't say that. Be vulnerable at the top. Correct yourself. When they know that everybody will be accountable to it, and I'm not lying, sir, it's a beautiful culture to have. It's a beautiful culture.
Wow.
So that is important for families, for small schools, for big corporations, for GEs. Go and check. They hold themselves accountable.
I want to ask you, have you ever had a situation, just before we came in, I said that, there's no leader that is not always tested. Have you ever been tested, in the area to have a moral failure, either by the opposite sex, either by inducement, either by compromise? Have you ever been tested, and how did you overcome it?
Oh, yes, sir. There's, like I said, immediately you are doing something well, you become vulnerable. You can't. If you have not been, it's just a matter of time. You will be. It's just a matter of time. So, and one of the things that has helped me, and I am as much as possible be accountable to my spouse. My spouse, I'm super accountable. I was in Abuja once. Somebody was asking me to go out for dinner, and I said, sorry, I'm married. I did my ring like this, and the person said that ring doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I just quickly changed location. I changed location. So is it stuff that will definitely, it's a part that you will have to go through Okay, and even if you had made a mistake in the past, I don't want you to beat yourself up. Please go and make yourself accountable to your partner. Go and make yourself accountable to your partner, and then walk the process. Walk the process and be accountable. I mean, I'm an executive in my office. My phone is passworded. But my wife knows my password. My wife knows everything. My wife has my ATM, everything, sir. Everything. I mean, super everything. My emails, every single thing. She has it. She has it. So that is critical. One day somebody sent me a very improper message on BlackBerry. Then I had to reply the person. I said, my children and my wife, they have my password. Please don't get me in trouble. Don't get me in trouble. Don't get me in trouble. So very, very important. You have to maintain accountability. So that for me is critical. It's critical, sir.
Wow. I've been speaking with Tunde Eleshi, is a certified John Maxwell coach, speaker, and trainer. And we'll be speaking on the topic leadership and character. Very explosive session tonight. He said leadership stands on two legs: character and competency. Character is, someone said, like, character is like toothpaste.
Yes.
Is that if you press it at the bottom, if you press it at the top, it will still come out, and oftentimes we say that, oh, I have a great character, but your character is tested when you're under pressure.
Yes.
Your character comes out under pressure. If you say, I used to have someone who was my superior, and one day he put me under so much pressure. I almost losing it. And when I said to him, I said, look, I just tested you. You passed the test.
Wow.
It put me under so much pressure. I just felt like losing it. But I had to compose. When your character, when you are put under pressure, things that you don't want to say, you can end up saying.
Yes.
And you talked about, emotional intelligence, anger management, ability to, you compose yourself, become, but it takes the grace of God. And, like when you talked about values, your values will also be tested, whether you're truthful, whether you're somebody that will compromise, and it's a lifelong journey, because you have a good character now. Yeah. Because you have not suffered moral failure now, doesn't mean that a year down the line you will not be tested. And so what would you like to say to those who are listening? I mean, how can you I spoke to that earlier. I said, how can you keep head above the waters, particularly in an environment where there's a lot of compromise? For example, in your organization, you're a senior executive. You guys, you have some values that you stand for. If you have a situation where somebody is brought on and is not following the same path, and maybe is on the same level, how do you deal with such a person? And you find that you are almost compromised. What do you do in such a situation?
So thank you for that. So because the organization I work for, there is transparency. It's an open door policy. Anybody can walk up to the boss, number one, and talk about issues. Or you can walk up to my subordinate and talk about issues that I'm doing. We've developed that culture over time. So, but if your organization doesn't have that, what I want to ask everybody to start to do today is set the values correctly. And you could just be very simple: accountability, or transparency, or integrity. And you guys don't wait for, I have a mentor. I asked him one time, when do you have the right team? When do you have the right team? You're walking the path. When do you have the right team? And he asked me, he said, the pilot that is flying, when does he have the right team? Is it before he leaves the ground or in the air? He asked me. And immediately I understood what he's saying. He
At the
doesn't
point
have the
of
right thing in the
improvement.
air. He has the right thing before he leaves the ground.
Yeah.
So you have to be super proactive. So I'm asking every organization today, this is the most importantly, because of what happened last year. 2020 was a shaking worldwide. We all need to have the right foundation.
Wow.
Listen, do you know what honesty is? Honesty is social capital. Wow. There are some companies that will give you those goods, not because you have the money, because they know that you will keep your word. They will give you that facility. They will. It's called social capital. So some people can't spend social capital today because they did not pay where they were supposed to pay. They blew it. Can you see? And it's the leader. The leader said, no, don't pay them. When it was very small money. Now these guys are big because of their IT space. They can give they can give credit to many people. If you apply for it, they won't even consider you. They will not, because you blew it. So what I'm saying today is set the values in the organization. After you have done that, okay, communicate, write it in emails before meetings, talk about it, pep talk, and then model it. So if peradventure somebody comes and he does that, because we're already communicating it. So even me, one of the other colleagues, we called the guy and said, in this place we don't do this. We don't do this. If he wants to continue, it's just a matter of time. You know how vomit comes out of your body, sir? They will vomit the person out. He will be vomited. It's not about skill. The organization will vomit the person out, or the organization will be corrupted. The organization will be corrupted.
Amazing. Now I want to ask you. Now you all those things that you're saying, were you born like this, or you acquired all those values?
No, I wasn't born like this. I wasn't at all. I made my mistakes.
Wow.
I made my mistakes. And that's why if you in the academy that we have, the goal is that we are to help you to develop and build godly values in you and in me. Two of us. Okay, even you need it. The Queen of England need it. All of us, until we go to heaven, until we pass to eternity, we need to always. It's like brushing your teeth.
Yeah, every day. Yeah.
You think you can do without it? You think you can do without it the first day, second day? I'm not lying to you. It's just a matter of time. You will not know your teeth. Your mouth is smelling. You will not know until somebody that is very close to you and said, okay, can you go brush your teeth? That's it. I'm serious. That's it. We all have blind spots. So that's what I encourage organizations. Have feedback. So apart from feedback, just for your executives, are they patient? Which of them is too aggressive with their words? You cannot be in an organization and you use your words carelessly, shouting at everybody. It's not skill, it's character. You can't. Nobody will work for you. Even if you are the best person and you're always shouting, you have drained their emotions. You have drained it. So feedback, and the guy might not even know. And that's why a lot of organizations, they promote people because they have skill, but they don't have character. So what we advise people is take them through character courses, soft courses. There are many of them around. Please invest in your leadership team. And you know what? Do it together. Read a book together. My organization did that one time. Read a book, rub minds together. Take those decisions. Don't forget, character is what? A commitment to what? Values. Take those, because as you begin to say, when I'm committed to something, I know the disadvantage and the advantages. I see the gain. So when you guys see the gain together, achieving it is beautiful. Achieving it together. is beautiful. Achieving it is beautiful.
Mm.
So doing it together is so critical.
Wow.
Okay. And for me, that talks into a family, you know, or an entrepreneur. You have two staff. Don't do it alone. Rob, and no, I'm not lying. All of us have blind spot. Say, you know what? In this organization, I procrastinate a lot. Hold me accountable. Set deadlines. You know, and walk the process. And you know, when you have small wins, celebrate them. Celebrate them. Celebrate them.
Wow.
And when they are well rooted, when the wins are rooted, it creates a beautiful foundation. Why? To carry the success that is coming. Your success requires a good foundation. That's correct.
Wow. We've been speaking with Tunde Eleshi. Is a certified John Maxwell coach, speaker, and trainer, and we'll be speaking on leadership and character. We're getting to the final segment of this session. Now, who are your mentors? Who are your mentors?
I'm super grateful to. I mean, I spoke about John Maxwell. I read his books before I now became a coach under his leadership, his style, his example. You know, that's somebody that I look up to so well. The second person I look up to, not any particular order, is somebody.
Just before you continue, sir, your wife is on the session tonight, Bridget Eleshi.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.
She said a leader must show vulnerability.
Yes, yes.
You know, I hosted her a few weeks ago, and we were on the platform together. She was amazing, and
yes,
I'm so grateful that she's also shown up tonight to also encourage you. And yeah, please go on, sir. Yes, sir.
So okay, the first person is John Maxwell. So yeah. I when I'm looking for, I've had leadership challenges that what's happening, you know. I've had all kinds of things, so I had to go back to John Maxwell books. I had to say, okay, what happened to me, you know, to correct myself. Now that's a far off person. I'm also I go to an assembly in Nigeria called Daystar Christian Center. So okay. I'm not just a leader there. I mean, I'm drinking under the leadership of Sam Adeyemi. Okay. Very, very important.
Amazing.
So Sam Adeyemi.
Amazing.
So I tell my people that I'm not an Agbero. You know what an Agbero is? An Agbero says what everybody, come in. He doesn't go in himself.
Wow.
So I tell, oh God, I used to listen to some Adeyemi's tapes. I have two other people that I have personal relationship with again. Dr. Kole Akingboboye is a lovely doctor, serves the Lord, highly principled. I mean, I run things through him. I'm super grateful. I have somebody else again called he's a missionary, a leadership expert. It's Dr. Martins and Dr. Apostle Martins. And he doesn't like to be called the titles. He just likes to be called, but he's really a doctor. But I respect him a lot. He is the one that taught me. I was under him most of my life in Sokoto. He came in. I remember when he came in for his NYC and he stayed in Sokoto and he served the Lord and he set up a ministry and joined the church we're in, and we young people like me and several people, you know, giving us opportunity to express ourselves. I'm super grateful to him. I'm still in contact with him up to now. And his wife.
Wow. So you are not just an accidental leader. You have been there.
If you don't show me the people, you know, and I am other people that are around. I mean, there are many other people.
Amazing.
From the family space, my wife and I, we submit ourselves to Team Victor's, Dr. Vic and Reverend Vic. Oh, lovely couple. Oh, gee, lovely couple. Submit ourselves to this couple. So I'm not. I have where I drink from.
Wow, amazing. So tonight we've been speaking with Tunde Eleshi, is a certified John Maxwell coach, speaker, and trainer, and his area of specialty is also on character. He's also a leader that models. And he's told us tonight that leadership stands on two legs,
Yes.
character and competence. There's no
Yes.
doubt that you have shown that your pedigree, we celebrate you, we honor you, and we trust that
Thank you so
the
much.
value that you espouse, will endure. Is one thing to espouse those values when things are working,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
yeah, when things are smooth, somebody will say, "Oh,
Mm.
I have integrity, I have honor,"
Mm.
but when
Mm.
things fall out of
Mm.
place, will those
Mm.
same values still be espoused?
Yes.
And even under pressure, even under
Mm.
compromise,
Mm.
so I salute you, I
Mm.
greet you. I know that you did not just get to into leadership by accident.
Yes.
You are
Yes.
intentional, you are adding value, and I believe strongly that people like you, even beyond the shores of this nation, you continue to show up and add value like you have done tonight. Quite a number of
Thank
people
you.
are joined, and even
Mm.
in the replay, for those who are going to be watching, uh, just take notes as much as you can, because I've learned so much. I've also uh, been encouraged that leadership is not something that you do alone. You need accountability partners. You know,
Yes.
so on a final note, can you just say one or two things in 30 seconds as we close, just to encourage
So
those that are.
yes. So I want to say that leadership is needed today. Leadership is needed. Our world is looking for leaders that have competence and sound character.
Yeah.
Please be one. Please be one. Go and join Goke's Facebook and listen to it. Encourage him. Guys, learn from it. Okay, and walk the path. So that's what I want to just tell people. Don't be
Wow.
afraid when you make mistakes. That's the next thing I want to say, because all of us do.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
I
Wow.
make mistakes. I'm
Wow.
serious. I do. I
Amazing.
do. I do. I make mistakes. I make mistakes. Brush your
Wow.
feet up
Wow.
and stand up and start again.
Wow. Wow. Amazing. Thank you so much. Well, to those who are joining us and just going to be watching the replay, all the past editions of this is the 16th edition. Leadership,
Wow.
yeah, leadership talk with Goke.
Well,
This is the 16th edition, and
well done, sir.
the past sessions are on my YouTube channel at Goke or Motola, my YouTube channel, so you can go there and subscribe so that you benefit from. These are nuggets. These are and the people that have graced this platform, people of honor, people of integrity, people that walk the talk, just like my brother Tunde Election. So on the final note, I just want to appreciate Odeyemi Olaiwole, also a fellow John Maxwell coach, speaker, and trainer based in Jos. Is a good friend of mine. He's also been on this platform, speak up on leadership and mindset. We've had quite a number of JMTs that have been on this platform, and John Maxwell is our coach, speaker, and is our coach and leader, and we're just showing up to add value even at a time like this. So on
Yes.
behalf of myself and my team, I just want to say thank you to everyone that has joined. And so until same time next week on Sunday, I'll see you then and have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so much,
you.
everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great